our next selection is going to be titled Live On, and I believe we have a presentation before that begins.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mr. Morell, and I am the other co-coordinator for the Middle School All-County Band. I'm the band director at Paul Laurence Dunbar Middle School. I wanted to read... Before we perform this piece, this is a premiere for us, which is not something that we get to do very often. But I would like to read to you a little bit of the program notes. This is in dedication to a dear friend of ours. Live On was commissioned by Diplomat Middle School staff, faculty, and students in Cape Coral, Florida, and is dedicated to the memory of their director of bands, Linda Mann. Director of orchestras, Roland Forti, championed by the commissioning of this piece to honor the life of Linda after her untimely passing in February of 2017. Linda Mann's impact on the field of music education was profound and wide-reaching. She was a beloved member of the staff at Diplomat Middle School, as well as the music community of Cape Coral and the state of Florida. Linda was highly respected throughout the state, serving as recent past president of the Florida Bandmasters Association. In discussing the type of piece that the school wanted to honor Miss Mann, they indicated the piece should depict Linda's personality, dynamic, sassy, yet thoughtful and almost mentor-like. They wanted a piece that was upbeat, yet still had moments that were thoughtful, portraying the grief that the Diplomat Middle School community has suffered from the sudden loss of a beloved teacher. After contemplating their thoughts, the composer, Larry Clark, did some research to find an inspiration for the piece. This led him to the poetry about grief and loss. In time, he stumbled upon a short yet poignant poem that he felt perfectly depicted the sentiment that he wanted the piece to convey. The poem is entitled Live On by Chrissy Piney. Live on. Now as I live on, without you, I hope to keep the pieces of you that I love so dearly, your mannerisms and your compassionate character, and the smiles through the struggle so that you may too live on. Linda was an inspiration to all of us as band directors, as students, and as a dear friend. I can tell you, sitting at her parents' kitchen table, sitting and talking about scores and trying to figure out, well, my band has this strength and this weakness, and how can I work around this, and what do you think about this piece for this concert MPA, and what do you think about this situation? Were some very, very fond memories where a young director can sit and grow, and that's the kind of mentor and friend she was. I would be very derelict and say that I swam in her pool many times with her pup too, Coda. So that's the kind of friend that we remember. I'd like to recognize David and Fran, her wonderful parents who are sitting here in the audience, for their support, if you wouldn't mind standing for us. And I'd like to invite all of those lives who have been touched by Miss Mann to stand with them in her memory. If you were a student, a friend, anybody who interacted with her, and remember those positive things, if you would mind standing. I think you'll find that the piece has the sorrow that we all feel and the heartache that we all feel, but yet the giant celebration of life that Linda was when she walked into a room. So I hope you enjoy Live On.